Hello. This video provides an overview of the option settings used in the Pathloss program. A button on the status bar switches between metric and miles and feet units. Just click on this button to change between the two systems. All data will be automatically converted to the new setting. This is used in the network display and all of the design sections. In addition, data can actually be entered in the opposite units that the program is set to. As an example, consider the tower height. With the program set to miles and feet, I could enter the height in meters, followed by the letter M, small or capital, and the program will convert the value to feet. Conversely, with the program set to kilometers meters, I could enter the tower height in feet, followed by the letter F, again small or capital, and the value will be converted to meters. These suffix qualifiers are only applicable to data in meters and feet. Now for the options. These are organized into three categories: network display options, calculation options, and program options. These are all saved in the program ini file located in the Windows directory. The network display options determine the appearance of this display and include the following settings: site name, legend, color, shape, size, and font, link lines, color, width, and line style, link labels, format, axis options for a geographic or projected grid. Other options are provided for the 3D terrain view, thematic mapping, and data checking. The program options contain the following: profile generation methods, which cover off the use of the primary and secondary DEMS and the clutter database. The transmission report format deals with the specific entries for the transmission summary, detail, and the CSV reports. The profile display options handle colors, line styles, and the font in profile drawings. Report headers and footers are defined in the report layout section. The final item is the calculation options. These appear in three different locations and program and deal with all aspects of the design. These include the application type, multipath and K-fading method, space diversity methods, rain attenuation, clearance criteria, and diffraction calculations. Note that the first line defines the usage of these options. When the calculation options are accessed from the network display, the options are the default values used in all new designs. To illustrate this new design aspect of the options, let's arbitrarily set the clearance criteria to some identifiable number, say 111.11% F1 with K equals 4/3. We're going to use the dynamic profile generation feature to create a new link. Let's go from the corner of this building down here, across the river, and over to this building here. We are now in the antenna heights design section for this path. The buildings in the profile have been taken from the vector data. If we check the calculation options in display, we can see from the clearance criteria that the default values are being used. However, note the title. These are now the calculation options for this new Pathloss data file, and these will be saved in the PL5 file. Now, let's look at the calculation options in an existing PL5 file. Just click on a link to access one of the design sections. We will go to the antenna heights and look at the clearance criteria used in this file. Note that the title states that the options apply specifically to this PL5 file. The clearance criteria is 100% F1 at K equals 4/3 and not the default values. One more point here. If a design section is active, the default calculation options are inhibited in the network display. As an aside, the design sections have various shortcuts to commonly used options. In the antenna height section, you can click on the frequency in the status bar, or access the clearance criteria through the Operations Set Clearance Criteria menu. So far we have default calculation options, specific calculation options saved in the Pathloss data or PL5 file. Now let's look at the third use of these options. I am going to create a new link between these two sites and carry out the design in the transmission analysis section. At this point, you can see that the default calculation options are in effect. However, the title states that these options apply to the new unnamed file. Now I'm going to use the automated link design rules to create a design. Note when I click the Design Link menu item, the last used design rules file, LD5 file, will be automatically loaded. This file includes its own calculation options, and the transmission analysis display switches to the specific options in this file, in this case adaptive modulation. If I click the Cancel button, the display reverts to the default calculation options. If we go ahead and generate the link design calculation options in our effect, and again these will be saved with the PL5 file. Thank you.